Hey guys, Frank here. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please like this video, please comment. I greatly appreciate it. Today's video is going to be all about the Milwaukee Fastback, little folding utility knife. I've been carrying it now for the last 4 or 5 months. I want to give you my thoughts on it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so let me start off by saying this is the very first utility knife that I've ever carried and brought into my EDC rotation. I was always on the fence about utility knives, but for $20, this is really a practical knife to carry with you because there's a little bit more here than with a traditional pocket knife. So we'll start out with just a general overview here. You obviously have your razor blade knife. It's double-sided, just like you would have with any razor blade knife. It's a folder. It's got a wire stripper here, and if you close this, there's a bottle opener here on the top side of it. If you look at the back side, we have a makeshift like screwdriver feature that pops out. There's a lockup on this right here. There's a 1/4 inch bit holder, and then a Phillips head. You flip this around, there's a flathead on it too. So if you need a screwdriver, Phillips, or a flathead in a pinch, you have it here on your body, which is very convenient. More often than not, that is whatever I need, or for some reason. There's a nice wire clip on the back. It's pretty nice, durable metal clip. Keeps it in your pocket pretty well. And in general too, it's worth mentioning that with any razor blade knife, you start to get dull, you can go ahead and flip the razor blade over. Now you have a nice clean edge again. This also has a button that you can push in, and you can pull the razor blade out just like that. It locks in. You can go ahead, flip it around, put it back in place, and now it's locked in place again. So it's very practical, and ergonomically fits very well in your hand. Safe, still have a lot of control of it if you have to use it like you do a full-size razor blade knife. Might not be quite as good as a full-size razor blade knife as far as comfort goes. But for something that is practical to carry on you, I don't know, this is the nicest razor blade knife I've ever seen. And for $20, you can't beat it. The nice thing about a knife like this compared to a Benchmade or a Spyderco premium everyday carry knife is that it's expendable. If you drop this thing off of scaffolding, or it flies out of your pocket, or you break it, or you smash it, or whatever, just go to the hardware store, buy another one for 20 bucks, and you're back to where you started. Really, like I said, because this was the first utility knife I ever carried, I was kind of on the fence about it, but I really do like having it with me. And my job is kind of a blue-collar job, so for me, a lot of times, I need a Phillips head or, a regular flathead screwdriver, and this is right here. I don't have to go running or making sure I have any more tools with me. It's just kind of convenient. I should mention, too, about the lockup. The screwdriver locks in place, and it's a pretty solid lockup. You just push the tab back like you would with any other knife. Same thing with the utility blade section of it. It's got a good solid lockup. So it's pretty safe, pretty well built little knife, utility knife here from Milwaukee. I really like it. I didn't do anything with the lanyard hole because that's just not how I roll. But in general, really cost-effective little package. Another thing kind of cool is on the latest model of this utility knife, there's right in here, might be a little hard to see on camera, there's a spare utility knife blade that hides right in there, and it kind of locks in place. There's a tab that holds it down. That way, if this thing gets totally dull, you use both sides of it and you need another one, you have a backup blade that you can pull out at your discretion, go ahead and load it up, and you're good to go again. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a good design. Somebody put a lot of thought into this thing. So, overall, I really like this thing. I'd recommend getting one. Especially if you've never carried a utility knife before, I think this is a good place to start. So just to kind of sum up how I feel about this knife, as I said at the beginning, I've carried it now for 5 months or so. And in general, I think that it's really a great knife to have. This is my first utility blade that I've ever carried. It's a folder, obviously. And overall, the size of it and all the different things that you can do with it is just very practical. And for $20, I really don't think you can go wrong. If you've never carried a utility blade, razor blade knife before, like me, I'd recommend giving this one a try and carrying it for yourself, because you might really be surprised. Very, very neat, practical knife, and it's just expendable in a sense. If something happens to it, you break it, you damage it, you go out, you buy a new one for $20, and you're back to where you started. So I definitely like that aspect of it. Plus, having the other tools readily available, it's just very convenient. So I definitely think you guys should go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below to this knife. If you want to buy one, go check it out, go buy one, see what you think for yourself. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.